No, no, no. I have now, because I know so many wonderful musicians and I know so many great singers, that I have a very clear understanding of where I sit in that in that world. I'm not a real singer. I'm an actress who can sing and loves to sing, but I'm not a real singer. A real singer is someone whose soul is only expressed through song, you know. And I don't think I don't have the confidence to do that, but I do love it, and I always have loved it. I think everybody loves to sing, but we're all sort of, you know, shy. I don't have any other plans. No. Although, yes, I do. I have we may make a recording of a play. I did Mother Courage, Brecht, Mother Courage in New York, in Central Park, a couple of years ago. And Tony Kushner did the adaptation of the German. And Janine Tessori, who's a fantastic composer, she did the music, and we may record this to raise money for charity. Yeah. Well, it was something that, you know, there's a lot of frustration about sometimes for Americans who don't necessarily agree with the direction in which our country has moved, and so that energy, that rage, and also it was a place to put that. This play is one of the greatest anti-war plays ever written, maybe the greatest, and it's sort of, for me, I mean, I don't know if it's a correct reading of the play, but for me, the reason to do it was because of one particular song. I mean, I know it has so much to do with commerce and how we all profit from the war, and how issues of it's good for business come into it. But sort of the reason that I wanted to do it personally was because of this lullaby. I had just seen, which is Mother Courage sings over the body of her Katrine, her mute daughter. And I just seen images over and over and over from every war that's ever been conducted, basically explaining who really is the victim of war, you know, who suffers. And it's always the mothers going, you know, over the bodies of, and they just seemed like they didn't have a voice, and here was the voice of that grief. So that's why I wanted to do it, and the film is a little documentary of backstage, how it came together, and I think it's sort of interesting. I think it's really interesting. It was my idea to have a documentary camera follow us around in rehearsal, and then of course the minute they showed up I said no, this is private. I don't want my process on film. I was really a pain in the neck to them, but now after, I'm glad that they did it. It's a good record of a moment where the city, because you know Central Park, where they do this play, it's free, and you can just go there, and it's filled every night. And if it rains, we do the play. If it doesn't rain, we don't. We do the play. We just do the play, and the audience sits there with umbrellas, and they were just as mad as we were. So it was a fantastic moment. She's talking about a film that's Julia, which is coming out after Doubt, after Mamma Mia, Doubt, Julia, and it's the story of a very famous in America chef in the 1960s who came back she had learned to cook at Cordon Bleu, and she came back to America where everything, this is when I was growing up, I remember it so well. My mother said, if it's not done in 45 minutes, it's not dinner. And, you know, we had frozen dinner, you put it in, and then you peel off the foil, and awful. I mean, but we didn't know any better. Everything was canned vegetable, everything canned. Frozen, canned. Awful. The food was terrible. And Julia Child, this cook, she came and did a television show, which became very, very popular, where she taught Americans basically the idea of slow food and cooking with good ingredients and fine cuisine. And it transformed America, really, it was the beginning of transforming them into food nut crazies, you know. Now people are insane about food. So that film is about a young woman named Julie Powell who wrote a book about cooking her way through Julia Child's masterpiece of French cooking. Mastering the art of French cooking. My brain is fried. And then there was a question about the Beatles. The Beatles, 1965, you're talking about my era, you see. This is when I was 15, and my mother let me go with my boyfriend driving all the way into New York to where the Beatles landed in a helicopter, and it was the first time anybody had ever done anything like this, and gave a concert in the middle of a big baseball stadium. No one had ever done that either. I mean, it was just fantastic, and I brought a sign that said, "I love you, Paul." And I think he saw it, because when he got the Grammy for his Lifetime Achievement, he asked me to give it to him, and I had never met him. So I was really thrilled, and because I'm a lifelong Beatles lover, but I love them all. George, Paul, John Lennon, and Ringo Starr. So my youth. No, I never had fear of success, but I was always sure that it was over. I think the first time I said to my husband, well, we have to figure out where we're going to retire, was just before I turned 40. So it was a long time ago. And every year after that, I thought, well, this is the last picture. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. No one will go to this. But you never know. So, so far, oh my God. So far, so good.
E con questa considerazione un applauso per fare coraggio a Meryl Streep.